Hi and welcome to Outwell. In this film I'm going to talk you through some of the features of our Cleveland 6. The Cleveland 6 is a large tunnel designed family tent and it sleeps up to 6 people, and this tent is in our deluxe collection. The fly sheet that we use on this tent is our Outwell 4000. That's a polyester material with a hydrostatic head of 4000mm that has fully taped seams and it's PU coated on the inside too. This fabric also has been treated to make sure that it's fire retardant as well. And what you can see just down the side here is we have these large ventilation panels, so on warmer days you can simply open them up like so, just using these Velcro tabs just to allow cool fresh air to get into the tent and keep you a little bit more comfortable as well. And as you've just seen, we can also flatten them down too. The frame of the tent is made up of these strong Duratec fiberglass poles, and they run from the front to the back of the tent, and they're all colour coded to ensure that you get the right pole through the right sleeve, hence making the tent quite simple to pitch. All of our guy lines around the outside of the tent are all the Outwell luminous guy lines, so that's going to stop you from tripping over them. And each one of these has its own retainer, so when it comes to packing down the tent we can simply take the guy line out, wrap it up in our hands and pop it in here, so that the next time we do use the tent, the guy lines will be very easily accessible. Just on the poles, you'll just seen here we have the Outwell wind stabiliser system. This is designed to directly attach the fly sheet onto the frame of the tent using these Velcro tabs, simply like so, and all we need to do is wrap that round there. And once you've done that at the top and at the bottom of every pole around the tent and you've guyed the tent out like this, that's going to increase the stability in the tent and make it ideal for use even in high wind conditions as well. Another feature of this tent is the Outwell easy pegging system. Now this is a system that has 3 different types of pegs with it, and we supply you with these 3 pegs, some of which are your steel pegs, so we give you 4 of these, 1 for each corner, and those are your anchor pegs. We then give you black plastic pegs for all of the black pegging points around the side of the tent, and then we give you these luminous pegs to go with your luminous guy lines, making sure that you get the right peg in the right place. Coming around the front here, you'll see that we have these mud valances. That's just to encourage rainwater to run down the fly sheet and away from the inside of the tent. And then we step round to the front door, which is of a good size. It's quite wide and it's very high, so definitely a walk-in style tent, this one. And with the door being nice and wide, it's very simple and easy to get all your bits and pieces in and out of here. Now these front 2 panels, you can unpeg on these corners, and you can see here we have a couple of toggling points, so you can actually roll these doors back and open this front up a little bit more. So this is our panorama room, and it's called the panorama room simply because we have these massive windows that run right the way around the front here, giving you panoramic views out of your tent. The ground sheet that we use in this area is a tough ground sheet. It's a double coated polyethylene material, so it's going to last you a good long time, and it's also totally waterproof with a hydrostatic head of 10,000mm, and this particular ground sheet in the panorama room just very simply toggles into place. When we step through into the main living compartment of the tent, you see that it's separated by this large dividing wall. Now this wall has again large ventilation panels on there, allowing free flow of air through the tent, making sure that you're going to be nice and comfortable. So it's a little bit chilly. These panels have some curtains on here which we can roll up to keep you a little bit more cosy. So the door, as you can see, can be opened halfway as we have it here, or it can be fully opened as well, just simply by unzipping at the top and at the bottom, and you can roll that away at the other side, creating one large living space. In the back of the tent, it's quite apparent just how much head height there is here. I'm 195cm tall, and you can see above my head there's still plenty of room, and as you've just seen in the front there's plenty of room for furniture and storage and things like that. Now I mentioned the big windows earlier on, and they allow lots of light into the tent, increasing the overall size of space within the tent. And what you will find is that each window has its own curtain. Now these are toggle up curtains, so at the moment we have them toggled down at the bottom, but what we can do is just undo them and we can bring that halfway up if you wish, or right the way up to the top. The ground sheet in the back of the tent here is a fully sealed ground sheet from front to back and side to side. It's also bathtub in style, so it's coming up at the edges, so you're not going to get any wind or water or bugs coming in through the sides. There is a side entrance to this tent here, on here, and when that door is rolled up again, you can have a mesh panel drop down again for good ventilation. At the back of the tent is where you'll find the sleeping compartments, and as I mentioned earlier on, this tent sleeps up to 6 people. The bedrooms that we use in here are the Outwell universal bedrooms, so what that means is you can either have it as one large sleeping compartment, or you can have it as we have here, simply as 2 bedrooms by separating them with the zipped sheet in between. Nice thing about the universal bedroom is that if you want to, you can actually get rid of one side of this completely simply by untoggling at the top, and if we did that all the way around the front and all the way around the back, and then take the zips that are in between here and undo them, then you'll see quite easily that this whole thing would drop down and you can roll that away and keep it out the way nice and easily with the clips provided at the bottom. Other features of this bedroom, you can see on the outside we have these mesh storage pockets. There's mesh ventilation on the front doors, there are mesh pockets on the inside, and we have ventilation panels towards the back as well. So optional extras for this tent include a carpet for this area and a footprint to go under the ground sheet as well. So that's all the features of our Cleveland 6. Thank you very much for watching.